Hello Aquarius, how are you? My name is Colleen, I'm the Creative Gypsy. You can go to my website, thecreativegypsy.net, if you would like to receive a private reading from me. This is a general reading for the month of December 2017 for the sign Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I have a cough drop in my mouth. I'm very sorry. My throat has been very dry and scratchy all day, so please forgive me for this. So, how are you doing, Aquarius? Last month, you were learning about having respect for yourself and respect for others in the process. Respecting yourself, respecting others by respecting yourself and honoring your needs. How did that work out for you? I really hope that you took that into account and that you worked with that energy. I am pulling 3 cards for each week of the month. And I'm also going to be pulling 2 cards from the Nature's Whispers Oracle card deck. Cards are just jumping right out. That's awesome. So, Aquarius. Let's see here. We have the full moon in Gemini on December 3rd, which is all about communication, but it's in the full moon. So full moon's all about emotions and release. Releasing things that no longer work for you. Usually tied to emotional release. Since Gemini is all about communication, it's learning how to release any emotional blockages by communicating it, by talking it out, or expressing it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be talking. It could be creative expression, dance, painting, drawing, music, expressing yourself for the purpose of releasing, for healing emotionally. But the day right before the full moon, we have Mercury retrograde. Lovely, lovely retrograde. Coming from December 2nd into the 23rd of December. So, with Mercury retrograde's lovely ability to screw up all forms of communication, right before the full moon in Gemini, all about communicating and expressing and releasing, there may be some hiccups in this process of wanting to release what no longer serves you emotionally, and some kind of struggle in figuring out how to express the emotional blockage that you want to release. Trying to understand it. So just keeping that in mind for the month. Heyo. All right, that was pretty quick. And then we have 2 cards from the Oracle deck. I'm pulling 2. One's for the theme, and then the other one is for the challenge. Heyo. That's a pretty card. is the challenge for Aquarius? All right. So, the theme of this month for you, Aquarius, is trust your own understanding. You know what you have to do, but you just have to trust that you know better than anybody else does. So, not looking to others in regards to whatever it is that you're going through this month. Knowing that you are highly intuitive, and you have the ability to pay attention to that side of yourself. So when it comes to certain areas of your life, knowing that the way you want to go can be trusted. If you're feeling self-doubt in any area of your life, knowing that what you're feeling is the direction to go is the direction to go, which ties in to your challenge. Make a decision, Aquarius. Are you going back and forth between different options for whatever it is that's going on in your life? Are you feeling kind of wishy-washy? This inability to trust yourself and your own understanding with this card. So, just something to think about as we go through this reading. Knowing that you can trust yourself to make the right decision, because whatever decision you make is the right decision. Okay, so going into the first week of December, we have Ace of Vessels, which is Ace of Cups. We have Page of Stones reversed, which is Page of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. And then we also have Two of Arrows, which is Two of Swords. So I feel like the beginning of this month, you feel emotionally balanced, calm waters. You're feeling connected with everything. You're feeling emotionally content, basically, is how I'm feeling. Because you want to move forward with something, but it has a very short-term focus. No. So it's a wanting to move, it's a desire to move forward because of a short-term focus. Not, that was a little bit different a way of describing this energy. So it's, you're looking you're thinking too short term in your life, and you want to move forward, but you aren't able to make a decision right now. You're not seeing all sides of the situation. So something to consider. So you're kind of at a standstill. This woman almost looks like she's pregnant almost a little bit. So I feel like there's something gestating, being created slowly within you. And you're weighing the pros and cons of what it is that you want to move forward with. But, you know, you are only thinking of the very, very short term of whatever situation that you're in. Like, you want to shift something, but it's not, the time is not here. We're not ready for it yet. But besides that, life is chill now. But you're trying to find something to be indecisive about. You're trying to find something to worry about right now that if you take this away, everything is fine. So we're moving into the second week. We have the Archer, which I believe is the Chariot, and it's in reverse. If it's not the Chariot, I apologize. We have 8 of Bows, which is 8 of Wands, and that's in reverse. And then we also have 10 of Bows, 10 of Wands in reverse. So these are all in reverse, and I feel like this is going to be your challenge week for the month of December. Where, oh, actually, we have 2, the whole middle of the month, you're going to be facing challenges. But it's up to you how you approach it. So, because of this indecision, this short-term focus, and this inability to make a decision, you start losing focus, and like all across the board, basically. Because you're so focused on this one thing in your life, you're not paying attention to anything else. And it's making you want to distract yourself and avoid responsibilities. So if you reverse this, and you deal with the responsibilities you have in front of you right now, you'll be able to enjoy the time spent doing anything else, like all the time you spend to bring yourself joy in your life, to, you know, surrounding yourself with friends, you know, doing anything that warms your heart, and from there you'll regain your focus. So really think about this in the second week, because and really reflect on the fact that when you take away this short-term obsession, you'll be able to handle what's in front of you right now. You know, understand that when you move all that aside, everything is where it needs to be, and then you can go back to your current responsibilities and enjoy the life around you, and then get yourself refocused. Because now is not the time for making, well, you want to make a decision, but now might not be the best time to make a decision, because we are dealing with Mercury retrograde, which will make you want to redo all the decisions that you've made during this time, or recheck it, or go back and start, you know, go back and start over, or question your decisions. So, I mean, we're really going to be dealing with that this month. So when we get into the third week of the month, we have the Mirror in reverse, the Two of Vessels, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Vessels, Otter, in reverse, Page of Cups. So we are distracting ourselves again. So you want things to change, but then the stress of it is making you want to distract yourself and lose focus from what it is in front of you. And then you could become a little obsessive about it, actually. Since it's in reverse, you could become a little bit obsessive about it in the third week. And then become unbalanced emotionally within your personal relationships. Yeah, there's an imbalance financially or in your personal relationships. And then the inability to to move on, to let yourself transition through this. Or to an inability to understand how to work through this, how to cross this path, basically. So just making sure that you're looking at things from a different point of view is important this month, because there is a potential for some real emotional imbalance here, because there's water in all of these signs in the third week of December, which is around the holidays, Christmas, you know, the solstice, things like that. So looking at things from a different perspective. This is what I do when all the cards are in reverse in a section. I flip them around for another reading, for another way of understanding it, like I did with this one. So balancing your emotions will balance your finances and will help you to see things from a new perspective in order to gain clarity on what it is that you need to do. That's the best way of discussing it, because in the other way, you're not able to see every side of a situation, and because of that, you start becoming obsessive about it and getting frustrated, and then an extreme imbalance starts to occur financially and romantically. And then there's like this emotional immaturity. There's a grieving that starts to occur slowly, like the realizing of having to, you know, transition. There's some like transition here, and understanding that is occurring. So let's go back to the beginning. Understanding that it's not as big of a deal as it needs to be. Understanding that whatever this is a short-term focus. So letting that go and realizing that everything is where it needs to be will help you to stay focused so that you can enjoy the little things, and will help you to stay focused on your current responsibilities so that you can work through this transition from a balanced emotional perspective. Otherwise, if we keep things the way that they are in the reading, you are not able to gain clarity from anything that you've gone through this month. So you're back to the beginning of indecision. So this is the pole star, the star card in reverse. Then we have the King of Cups and these Seven of Cups in reverse. We have a lot of vessel cup cards, emotional cards going on this month. And it's saying that you are not, this is not a time to, you're going to have a hard time gaining clarity on the situation, because while things are going to start feeling like they're at a standstill, because you're not able to move on from something going on in your life, some emotional grieving process has not come to pass, or like you have not released it. There's something that you've been grieving that you need to release. Or maybe it's like grieving the way that things used to be. Something that you want to move forward. You want to move forward with something that is a short-term focus that is causing a grieving process in these cards later in the month. So realizing that things are shifting. You're going through you're going through a major transition right here. And there's like you're at the beginning of the grieving process and understanding that. So trusting that, like, the reasons for this may be valid, but now is not the time. I mean, it says your challenge is that. So the challenge is not to make a decision right now. The challenge is to realize that now is not the time to make a decision, instead of trying to force a decision to be made. You need to wrap your mind around what is occurring in this first week. Whatever it is that is happening in this first week, you need to wrap your mind around it first and really reflect on it for the time being. Now is not the time for decisions, because we're going to be in Mercury retrograde from December 2nd to the 23rd. You're not going to really gain any clarity until the end of the month or the beginning of the new year. So the only way that you're going to gain clarity at the end of the month is going back to the beginning. Going back to the beginning and realizing that this is not a time for making decisions based on short-term plans. And staying focused on your current responsibilities so that you can enjoy and staying in the present is what needs to be done right now. Staying in the present so you can focus on who is in front of you and what is in front of you, and dealing with that. And that will help those people that you surround yourself with. The feeling of being present will help you to get yourself refocused so that you can understand you're in a transition. And from there, your energy will be balanced so that you can release this. And seeing it from a different perspective, so you can understand that this is a time of letting things die. There's, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a like a dead guy in a boat floating by, almost like a what is it called? Oh, like a Viking funeral or something, or like Egyptian thing with or the Greek mythology with the the stones on the eyes. So there's a transition. Something is dying, and something new is coming in. So the only way that it's going to start to shift is accepting it, and coming from a balanced emotional state so that you can wrap your brain around it, accept it, and release it. And then you will gain the clarity that you need in order to make a decision from there. Right now, it's time to focus on realizing that something is coming to an end and accepting it. And then in this upcoming year, you will start to, this is a clearing away of things that no longer serve you, and 2018 will bring in the clarity that you need to move into this next chapter in your life. So that's your reading, Aquarius. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can follow me on Instagram at @thecreativegypsy. If you would like a personal reading, you can go to my website, thecreativegypsy.net. And for the month of December, I'm offering 50% of your purchase will be donated to a charity of your choosing. There's options on the website, and then there's also a text box available if there is a charity that you want me to donate to that's not available in the selections. So definitely check that out, and I hope that this resonated with you. If it didn't, definitely check out your other signs as well for more guidance. I see great things coming in 2018 for you. You're going to gain a lot of clarity, and things will start moving again. So Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Solstice. See you in 2018. Take care.